Everyone, how are you doing? How is your hump day? It's Wednesday, the 13th of April. This month is going by so fast. Um, and I'm Marla Goldberg. If you don't know who I am, I'm a master metaphysician, trained in over 30 healing modalities or techniques, whichever way you want to call it. I am also a best-selling author of My Effing Long Journey to Loving Myself, A Guide to a Shorter Path, as well as the author of My Sacred Journal. In addition, I am a teacher, speaker. I'm the creator and host of Guided Spirit Conversations podcast, and I'm coming to you today live to talk about Guided Spirit Conversations podcast, as well as a couple of other things. So, Guided Spirit Conversations podcast is a podcast that I created with you in mind. I wanted to bring to you through all the different platforms metaphysicians, healers, spiritual leaders from across the globe to share their unique talents and gifts and their techniques with you. I'm sorry about the noise. My dog is being a mascot. And so I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought because of Tug. Anyway, I apologize. So I created the podcast with you in mind because I wanted to bring you some of the most incredible people you may or may not ever found out about or know about or learn about, and what they do and how they work with their clients and how they can help you. And through the podcast, we talk about what they do, how they work with their clients, success stories, and ways that they could help you, the listener, if it so resonates with you. In addition, we have our charity shout out, so I can honor the guest by sharing their favorite charity, what's near and dear to their heart. And that's what Guided Spirit Conversations is about. It goes live every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Time. And hi, Mike. Hi, Paula. At 12 noon Eastern Time, you can find it on YouTube, my YouTube page of the same name, Guided Spirit Conversations. You can find it on my Facebook page, Guided Spirit Conversations, or my other social media platforms, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, to name a few. And this week's guest is Wendy Rudnick. So Wendy is the founder of WR Reiki Energy. She spent the past 8 years developing her mastery. She also works in IET, integrative energy therapy, and energy intuitive. She's an energy intuitive. She also helps her clients with mindfulness and meditation, as well as other things. So we're going to have Wendy on this Thursday to talk about all the different modalities, how she works with her clients, how she can work with you, help you, some success stories. And if it resonates, she might be the one that you're meant to work with. In addition, so again, 12 noon Eastern Time, it's an interactive conversation. So you are able to text in or IM your messages to Wendy through the Restream podcast platform that we use, and she'll be able to answer your questions. If you have a question for me, you can direct it at me as well. I am always more than happy to answer any questions I can. It's a being of service. It's helping you get the answers you need to help you on your path. So that's coming up this Thursday. Friday, if you're in Charlotte, I will be back at the Bag Lady at 1516 East 4th Street from 2:30 to 6:30. If you're in the area, stop by and say hello. I'd love to meet you, love to chat with you. If you're not nearby, well, I'd love to meet you and chat with you anyway. And I offer 20-minute complimentary evaluations for new clients. And you can check out me and what I do at www.marlagoldberg, and Goldberg has 2 R's.com. And you can see my podcast, blogs, inspirations, scheduling app, so you can schedule a session with me. If you're not able to have a live version at the Bag Lady, I do remote sessions. I do most of my work remotely. And it's so powerful. No time or space in spirit. So you it's just it just helps you sometimes to get out of your own way when you're not in front of the practitioner and the practitioner doesn't have a client in their direct vicinity. So check me out, see how I can work with you and how I work with my clients. I would love that and appreciate it. If you have any questions, please feel free. Thank you, Paula. I appreciate you too. To email me at Marla at mghealer, HEALER.com. And I would be more than happy to respond to any questions, comments, thoughts, or just statements that you might have. So thank you. In addition, before I close out this announcement, I'm going to ask once again for prayers for the people of Ukraine, those trying to leave Ukraine. Send protection and safety and support to them, to those who are fighting the war, protecting the country, the military, the volunteers. I don't think they would have gotten nearly as far if the volunteers haven't stepped up to help them in their own volunteer units. So prayers for them, prayers for the countries around Ukraine who are taking in the refugees, those trying to leave and stay safe and move their families out. So please send prayers to them. In addition, and I know this one is a hard ask because I go back and forth about it, and that is sending love and healing to Vladimir Putin. And the reason I ask you to do that is because anybody who is so heartless, who is so callous, and who is able to commit such heinous crimes against humanity is really devoid of love and devoid of healing. I mean, that heart, I don't know how he sleeps at night. I don't understand it. And you know what? For the most part, I don't want to understand it. I never, ever want to be in that position. But let's send him love as well and healing prayer because he definitely needs it. All right. Well, I'm going to end this announcement. And as I do, as always, I send love, blessings, and gratitude. Know how grateful I am that you're in my life in whatever capacity you're in it. Grateful that you come on to my announcements, that you come on to my show and listen and be a part of it. Paula, thank you for all your interactiveness with me today. So grateful. And what she did say about sending prayers to the Ukraine is absolutely yes, amen, amen, amen. And Putin does need love. And yes. So she's agreeing with this, with my announcement. But I am so grateful. I love you too, Paula, that you are in my life in whatever capacity you're in it, because not only are you my student, you are my teacher. And I am not just a teacher, I am your student. So I learn from you each and every day and open to learning from you because shared experiences can be so powerful in our healing process. So thank you. In addition, if you haven't heard these words today, let me be the first to say them. And if you have heard these words today, let me just be one more layer of this yummy love. I love you. I love you. No, you are loved. You're not just loved by me. You're loved by so many, and so many on the other side that you may not even realize are there waiting in the wings, shining love upon you and waiting for you to request help, support, guidance, whatever it is you need. They're there for you. So when you need something, whether it's support, again, I'm repeating myself, love, support, guidance, help, just ask for the help and say it out loud, because the more you vocalize it, the vibration of your fifth chakra, of your throat, really reverberates out into the energetic fields. And it's like putting a megaphone to what you're saying. It makes it louder for them. And when I say them, it's those beings on the other sides, whether they're ancestors, your guides, guardians, angels, archangels, ascended masters, deities, gods, goddesses, and the million titles that I haven't mentioned. They're just waiting for you to call on them. Then they will be able to start conspiring on your behalf. But no, they don't have free will. So if you don't ask, you're not going to receive. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate it. Melanie, that's a very interesting perspective. So, again, thank you for tuning in. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'll have another announcement reminding you of Guided Spirit Conversations podcast. And then hopefully you'll be a part of the show as we have Wendy Rudnick joining as guest and talking everything that she does. All right. Well, until tomorrow, stay well, stay happy, stay grateful. And I'll see you then. Take care.